Hey everyone, and welcome to the Man on Second podcast here on the Man on Second YouTube channel. And I'm excited about today. We got a nice episode today because it's part 2 of our series of naming the best of the best in South Florida high school baseball. And we are putting together our countdown for the top 10 players in classes 1A through 4A. Classes 1A through 4A, our top 10 players. Last week, I encourage everyone to check it out here on the channel. We had our top 10 in classes 5A through 7A. Our classes here go from 1A up to 7A. We got everyone covered. We're doing the top 10 for this podcast in these classifications. I encourage everyone on SB Live or High School on SI, Sports Illustrated's high school site. I put together a top 50 list, so I encourage everyone to go and read that and read the list, see the list, and for the purpose of this podcast, we've narrowed it down. So these are the 10 that are the top 10 that you will see on the top 50 list. Let's find out, if you made the list by going and reading the stories, like I said, on SB Live. Before I get into naming and counting this down, just kind of the criteria that I use here in the rankings. Like I said, we're highlighting players 1 to 4A. And what I was looking at is I'm combining combination of stats, expert analysis, projectability. And what is projectability? There's some players on this list who are, either a little younger or they could be, seniors who I kind of foresee being, very special over time. This list is a little more inclusive than the 5A through 7A because, one, we have more teams. So it's just including Miami-Dade County, Broward County, some schools in Palm Beach County, and Key West High School. There's a player not in the top 10, but who is on the list from Key West, didn't want to exclude. Okay, we're going to start with number 10. Coming in at number 10 is Carter Dirks of St. Andrews out of Boca Raton. St. Andrews is a 2A state semifinalist. They reached the state semifinals in Fort Myers. Unfortunately for the Scots, they fell 3-2 to the First Academy, which went on and won the state title, but it was a terrific game. They had a terrific season, and Carter Dirks was right in the thick of it. Carter, first of all, is a Florida Atlantic University commit, 6'3", 210 pounds, pitcher hitter at the plate. Carter hit .441. On the mound is really where he made his mark, though. 0.79 ERA in 35 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 58 batters. This kid is good. He had 5 doubles as a batter, a home run. Just a terrific player. What I like about Carter is what's not to like. Obviously, the size, the projectability, the impact player at the end of the day, and certainly a big reason why St. Andrews advanced to the Final Four in Fort Myers. Let's take it down to number 9, out of American Heritage, which American Heritage had a lot on this, in the top 50. I think they had 7 players. Probably could have put a few more. But coming in at number 9, R.J. Machado, third baseman, American Heritage. And when you talk about R.J. Machado, you're talking about consistency all year long, just hard contact, just played terrific defense, got better at the position at third base. Hit .366 in his senior year with 7 doubles, 3 triples, 6 home runs, 36 RBIs, hitting number 3 in the lineup in 35 games played. Think of that, more RBIs than games played. And it was RJ in the state playoffs, in the semifinals. American Heritage, the Patriots went on and won the 4A state title. RJ, a big reason why. They were pushed to extra innings against Arnold High School up in the Panhandle out of, I think, Panama City. And Arnold, they were going with Cooper Moss, a Florida commit, a really terrific pitcher, pitched great. But he was in the 8th inning. He came in relief in the 1st inning, Cooper Moss, and Machado, with 1 out in the 8th inning, and Heritage being a higher seed, they were the home team. RJ hit a double, which started that, and then he ended up scoring the winning run. They won, 3-2 over Arnold on Blading Caballero, the really good sophomore, soon to be a junior. Shortstop got the walk-off hit with RJ scoring the walk-off run. And I pay attention to this stuff. RJ was, like I said, a leader, a great player all year. The third out in the championship game, when they won it all against Mulberry 6-1, the final out was a foul ball hit in third base side there in foul territory. Kind of fittingly, the last out found the glove of RJ Machado. Now let's take it down to number 8. Number 8 it's an interesting one because this player was the hardest for me to rank, and he is out of Gulliver Prep High School. You got shortstop Jacob Lombard. Now, why is Jacob Lombard the hardest to evaluate? Because if this were a draft prospect list, Jacob Lombard would be the clear-cut #1 choice, no questions asked. He is regarded by many as maybe the best player in the state in any classification, certainly on the rankings for the class of 2026, because Jacob Lombard will be a senior next year, junior this season that just completed. This guy might be a top 5 pick in the 2026 draft, MLB draft. But in terms of this ranking, this poll, the 2025 high school season factors in. So how much do you weigh a down year by Jacob Lombard standards compared to who Jacob Lombard is? And you certainly want him, and he's certainly deserving of being in the top 10, if not #1 overall. But Jacob Lombard, keep in mind, he played soccer. He's an excellent soccer player. Was a little banged up this year. Someone said a hip or whatever. I don't want to get into specifics on injuries, but he clearly was slowed down a bit. The one time I saw him play in person this year, I've seen him play in the past, was at NSU University, and soccer season was still going on. So Jacob, he appeared as a designated hitter, and in the final inning, he played defense at shortstop. So he played only in 14 games, still hit .306 with 4 doubles and 4 home runs. Like I said, 14 games, just not a lot of. We didn't really get to see the great Jacob Lombard. Hopefully everything gets well for him next year. I know he's playing in the summer circuit, playing a lot of travel ball, so we're looking forward to a lot of really good things. Again, really hard to evaluate Jacob Lombard and do him justice, because Jacob, we love you. We think you're going to be. We're pulling for you to be a top 5 pick. His brother, George Lombard Jr., is in the Yankee system, one of their, if not their, top prospect. Dad is, I think, the bench coach, or certainly on the staff of the Detroit Tigers. And, the kid is a special talent, and we want to give him recognition. He comes in number 8 in this current top 10 rank. All right, let's move on to number 7. At a Somerset Academy in Pembroke Pines, outfielder John Mora. John Mora is a special player. University of Miami 2026 class recruit. John Mora, like I said, left-handed hitter, hit .522 with 8 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs. When I think of John Mora, I just see a natural hitter. Has a little unique stance. He has kind of a wide stance, doesn't really get a lot of lower body involved in his swing, but man, the ball jumps off his bat, and this kid just puts the bat to the ball. He had 35 hits, 15 RBIs, 29 runs scored. Get a load of this. This might be my favorite stat of anybody in the top 10, probably the top 50. So I don't know how many people can say this, how many batters. He had 94 plate appearances. That's obviously at bats, walks, hit by pitch, and all the, etc. Struck out. He walked 23 times. Let me get that in there. 94 plate appearances, 23 walks, just 4 strikeouts. That's right, 4 strikeouts. And he stole 32 bases. So when, like I said, I see baseball player, I see natural hitter, and a really bright future for John Mora. Look forward to covering him next year as well. Coming in at number 6, graduating now out of North Broward Prep, outfielder Max Burkholz, left-handed hitter, kind of cut out of the same cloth as John Mora. Just, again, another natural hitter, a proven winner. Last year in 2024, North Broward Prep won it all, so he's been a state champion. This year they made it to the regional finals or semifinals, whatever. They lost to Calvary Christian Academy out of Clearwater. But again, Max Burkholz, lefty bat, hit 500, 37 for 112. So right down, split down the middle, hit 500. You do that in a highly competitive classification schedule they play, that's saying something. 28 runs scored. As noted, Max, part of the 2024 championship team, leaves. He's going to go to Bryant University, and good luck to Max. Enjoyed covering Max Burkholz, special player. And now we get to the fun part because we're jumping to the top 5. Coming in at 5, a player I've really seen for several years and really proud of the development he's made out of NSU University catcher Griffin Pomper. Griffin is really special. He's a complete package. He's a football player, gave up football his senior year to really concentrate on baseball. Lefty bat, Jacksonville University commit. Again, he's one of the few catchers in probably in the country that calls his own pitches. Many coaches, they have their pitching coach, or the pitchers are coming in from the dugout. But Griffin Pomper is entrusted with being the guy who's calling ball, the pitches, and working with pitchers. The way he slows the game down, the way he leads, his pop time's good. I've seen him throw out some elite runners, and at the plate, this is his meal ticket. Whether he moves on at some point to pro ball, hit 458, 12 doubles, 25 RBIs, 1 home run, but a little deceptive because U School plays in Nova Southeastern University's the university's field. So it's the dimensions are, U School, the Sharks play in a college park. A lot of other teams play in more high school suited parks, and the ball simply, there are a lot of long fly balls that would have been home runs elsewhere, but Griffin Pomper becomes a better player playing in that environment, even if the home run numbers aren't there. Don't discount the power potential for Griffin Pomper, and we wish Griffin nothing but the best. Really enjoyed covering him these last 3 years, and I think he has a really bright future. Hope someday to see him in the major leagues, as many of these other guys on the list, but Griffin Pomper comes in at number 5. Okay, this leads us to number 4. And boy, did I really enjoy seeing this guy play in the state playoffs. Didn't get to see him play in the regular season. Certainly was following him from Miami Springs, state champion Miami Springs in the 3A division. Left-handed pitcher, Magdiel Estevez, also a terrific hitter, left-handed hitter. Again, first championship in school history, baseball championship in school history. At the plate, Estevez hit 418 on the mound, 9-1 with a 1.41 ERA. Tells only part of the story, because when you talk about Magdiel Estevez, he was entrusted with pitching the championship game in 3A against South Walton. South Walton, folks, is regarded as a top 10 team in the country, or they were heading into the playoffs. In the semifinals, they won, I think they played Hernando. They won like 17-0 or 17-2, something ridiculous. Won that game in like 4 innings. Most people, that team is loaded with major D1 players, SEC, ACC players. And Magdiel Estevez gets the assignment to face this team. Again, I was in Fort Myers. Many people thought that Miami Springs didn't even need to show up, that the outcome was determined, that South Walton was going to win it all. But all Estevez did was throw a complete game, went 7 innings. Keep in mind, South Walton was the home team, so he had to get the final 3 outs in the 7th inning. He was leading 2-1. He gave up 1 run on 2 hits to South Walton. 2 hits in a complete game, 4 walks. Okay, but 6 strikeouts. I believe he struck out the side to end the game, which just showed what a gamer this kid is. At the plate, really liked the way he swung the bat. In the semifinals, when Springs upset Bishop Verot out of Fort Myers, the home team, which had a big home field advantage. Everyone thought, Bishop Verot, they're another team that got a lot of national publicity. I saw McDill get a couple of really big hits. Just a really, really good player. Miami Springs, congratulations on your first state title. With kids like Magdiel Estevez, it's no wonder why you got such a great season. Another great player. Let's move on to number 3, a kid I've seen, since he was a freshman at American Heritage. This year he was at Chaminade Madonna. Left-handed pitcher, none other than Spencer Krasner. When I talk about the number 3, 3, 2, 1, all could be interchangeable. Spencer very easily could be the number 1 player on this list. The year he had was outstanding for the Lions. Went 9-0 with a 0.95 ERA, 100 strikeouts in 59 innings. Spencer's committed to South Carolina, and again, he's part of the 2026 class. Boy, is he a special talent. Fastball was getting up to the low 90s, which is plenty fast velo. The slider and curveball combination just really, really terrific, and intensely competitive. Kind of the knock is that Spence could get a little cocky on the mound, and he knows it. He's got to kind of dial back the emotions a little bit, but Spencer Krasner is a special pitcher, really good kid, and I really enjoy covering him. And it'll be interesting to see, how he finishes up his high school career and his development, because again, with these pitchers, you just got to be careful in the summer. You don't want to overdo it because there's so much at stake. But again, 59 innings, 100 strikeouts. Spencer Krasner, number 3 on our top 10 list. Okay, let's move on to number 2. We're getting so close to that number 1 spot. Number 2, again, this player easily could have been number 1 and would have been number 1 if it wasn't for one of his teammates, but we will not get to that number 1 just yet. Number 2 on our list, right fielder, right-handed pitcher, Dylan Dubovic, American Heritage Plantation, 4A state champion Patriots. To the victors go the spoils. And boy, Dylan came in and with a lot of pressure. He transferred in last year, for his final year. University of Miami commit. Like I said, a lot of pressure on him because the spotlight's on him. He's played the circuits. He's very well known. He's got elite power. This kid hits the ball 400 feet easily. And in his 1 year, you got to kind of live up to the pressure of, new school, wanting to impress, but he fit in with his teammates well. Hit 412, an amazing, because he's more power over hit at the next levels, because Dylan, he's got power and he goes for it. He's got to kind of calm his swing down and not, just always look to come out. And I think when he finally develops that sense of not feeling every pitch, he needs to hit 450 feet. He's going to be a dynamite player because he's got plenty in the tank. Like I said, 412 batting average, 12 doubles, 4 triples, 5 home runs, 28 RBIs. Keep in mind, the guy in front of him, what did I say, was 36 RBIs, or RJ Machado. Dylan hit cleanup, still at 28. Right-handed pitcher, he comes off the mound. He was up to 94, 95, low 90s, 92. I see him more of a hitter, as he moves on, either into college or the pros. But, Dylan Dubovic does it all. Stepped up in the state playoffs with several big hits, and is a big reason why American Heritage is a champion yet again. They won it all in 2023, lost in the title game in 2024. Dylan Dubovic comes in 25, gets the job done. The Patriots win it all. Congratulations to Dylan. Really enjoyed covering him, and I absolutely would be following his career. He's another guy, the pros could be, keeping their eye on him as a potential draft pick. I hope they give him serious consideration. This takes us, folks, to number 1. Again, drum roll, boom. Number 1 player. Class is 1A through 4A. 1A through 4A. The number 1 player in South Florida, to me, was a no-brainer for the fact of what I was looking at. He knows what I think of him. I was kind of anointed him the best player in Broward County about halfway through the season because of the trajectory he was on and just how much growth he has made as a player. This player is none other than center fielder Jordan Rich from American Heritage. Jordan goes out a champion. He's a two-time champion. They won it all. He was, as a sophomore, he won it all. And keep in mind, as a junior, he was hurt. He played football. His defensive back got hurt his junior year playing football. Missed. He had a shoulder injury, so he did not play his junior year of baseball. He did come back and pinch run in the state playoffs in 2024, had a key stolen base and scored the winning run in the semifinals in 2024, had a stolen base as a pinch runner in a title game against Jesuit. Heritage did not win that game, but the Patriots were not denied in 2025. They won it all. They beat Mulberry 6-1 in the title game. JR, he kind of got it going in the semifinals against Arnold up in the Panhandle. He got a hit, stole a base, and scored a run. So immediately, as the leadoff guy, he set the table. Okay, so what am I looking for? Why is Jordan Rich number one, and what was I looking for? I kind of simplified it. I said, okay, when all things equal, let's just kind of look at it. What are we looking for? We're talking about best player. So I said to myself, okay, which player can impact a game in more ways than any other player in South Florida? And Jordan Rich came to mind, and this is why. He had 393 batting average, was over 400, and basically was a 400 hitter all year. He hit 7 home runs when he was told that, he needed to get a little more power in his game. He's more of a line drive hitter. He hit 7 homers. Stole 38 bases. Keep in mind, they played, 34, 35 games. He had more stolen bases than games played, scored 45 runs. I can break down all the doubles, the triples. Defensively, arm might be the only knock on him. He throws a kid out trying to take an extra base in the state playoffs on a play which got a key out at a time when against Arnold in the semis when Arnold tied it up at 2-2. He got a lead runner at third by not trying to throw home. Knew baseball instincts were to go to third. Got a key out there, 10th inning. Again, anytime he's on base, threat to steal. And again, this kid just simply got better before our eyes, and that's what you're looking for. And that's why I think, and I'm hoping that, and we're pushing that Jordan Rich will be selected this summer in the 2025 MLB draft. MLB teams are looking at him. There's no reason why this player should not be drafted in the 20 rounds, but that's a story for another day. We'll be following that very closely. But Jordan Rich, congratulations, buddy. Jordan Rich comes in as our number 1 player. So that wraps up our top 10 countdown here. It was a fun exercise to do as we kind of put an end to the 2025 season, honoring these players and just a great year that they all had. And as we were everywhere. We covered a lot of games, a lot of events, a lot of these players give a lot of exposure, and we just keep the ball rolling. We'll roll out some more stuff. I'll be going to the Combine, the MLB Combine in Arizona, and we'll have coverage from there. But with that, again, everyone, thanks. Please like, subscribe to the channel, follow all the content here as we keep growing this channel, the Man on Second YouTube channel. With that, we will check everybody out in the next video.